how to turn a portrait lens into a wide-angle beast. Here you can see examples of photos before and after the modification. As we can see, the background has become much more interesting. There's a clearly pronounced distortion, and the background field of view has increased. We can also see that swirly bokeh, while the lens hasn't lost much in terms of sharpness. I took an old Helios lens for this project. Its native field of view isn't very wide, so I'm going to try to fix that. First, I'll unscrew the rear mount that attaches the lens to the camera. Next, I'll remove the front ring and take out the lens block. There are 6 screws here. You need to unscrew all of them. The top cover will come off, and then you can easily remove the lens block. I need to disassemble the block itself, but it might be held together with thread locker, so I used a lens spanner wrench to break it loose. After that, the front element unscrews easily. If you look through it, you can see it already gives the camera a wide-angle effect. Next, I need another lens element, which I can harvest from the rear part of the original lens. Now we have the front part of the lens block, a converging meniscus, the rear lens cap with a thread, the camera mount into which the old lens is screwed. These are the most basic parts we need. We're still missing an aperture though. I'm going to cut one out of a DVD jewel case. The plastic is 1 mm thick, and I drilled a 10 mm hole in the center. Now it's time to put it all together. I take the lens block and carefully glue the aperture right in the middle. Then I need to center the lens element. The convex side faces up and the concave side faces down. I actually used candle wax to hold it in place. And once it hardened, I trimmed it down to keep everything neat. I use wax because I often redo and break things for the sake of the video until it works. But you can use glue. The lens is almost done. The final step is to attach the camera mount. I carefully centered the resulting lens on the bottom part of the cap and glued it with wax. Now I'm screwing the lens into the adapter. It's worth noting that this thread will act as the focusing mechanism. The tighter it's screwed in, the further you can move away from the subject. The closer we get, the more we unscrew it. Mounting it on the camera. The field of view is definitely much wider now. I'll compare it with a 28mm lens. They are very close. somewhere between 30mm and 35mm. To check the sharpness and aberrations, I used this piece of fabric. I think it'll be clear enough here. I can finally take photos at arm's length, and the background has a distinct distortion with a very heavy swirly bokeh effect. Now I guess I just have to wait for the cherry or peach trees to blossom to see how cool the background will look.